Listen, yeah, you fucking frog-eating bastards. Bryce Mitchell will show Silva who the real Lord is. Bryce is going to smoke him like good old Uncle A. Okay, thanks for the vids lately, Pedro Hizzo. People forget, man. They do, dude. I can't wait for Bryce Mitchell to choke the demon out of this kid. Impression of diplomatic Conor intervention with Coke Conor. We've got to maintain a level of civility here, Louis. Fucking bomb gas, I knew! Thank you for the 2, I don't know, shit like that. We got to send Israel 20 billion, mate. Immediately, yeah? Thank you for the $5. Thoughts on Charles versus Dustin, Gaethje versus Hooker, Arman versus Max, Islam versus Topuria, Gamrot versus Huffy, Benil versus Moicano. Charles versus Dustin, Gaethje versus Hooker, Arman versus Max, Islam versus Topuria, Gamrot versus Huffy, and Benil versus Moicano. I don't mind any of those matchups. Gamrot versus Huffy is interesting punishment for Gamrot. Makhachev Topuria, yeah, but we're not going to get that, it seems. So the rest of the matchups are going to have to change because we're not going to get that. Thank you for the 5. I don't mind that. It sounds good, but we're clearly not getting Makhachev Topuria next for some dumb reason. Should Aspinall call Jones's bluff and get another title defense set up to make Jones look like a duck bitch? Oh my god, dude. John Jones needs 6 months preparation for the Aspinall fight. We ain't getting it till September. Did you guys see that today? Ariel was talking about that on his show. John Jones needs 6 months preparation for the Aspinall fight if it is going to happen, and Aspinall's going to find out next week. What a bitch, man. Like, are you telling me this guy ain't on some kind of cycle with all of this type of behavior? I would not be fucking surprised at all. Let's just be real. Would not be surprised if he's on cycle. I didn't see Ankalaev's tweet about Ariel. I'll check it in a second. Thank you for the membership, Dane. Looking big, Guru. Big good job staying consistent, Guru. Dude, I'm hyper-responding to the gym right now, and my recovery is crazy. I'm doing a crazy... thank you, Robert Bell. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you, man. My recovery is going crazy, dude. I'm back within, like, 2 days. Same muscle group. Absolutely fresh. I'm feeling good. We need to talk about the migration of TikTok MMA fans into comment sections. You can see it so clearly. I know, dude. In Instagram comment sections... I get sent screenshots of, dude, look at this TikTok comment section about Whitaker. I've been sent shit like that, and I've been like, Whitaker was never that good. Let's face it, Whitaker was never really top level as a fighter. Like, they're genuinely just absolutely porn rotten. A white guy can't be good. It's just, there's so much to it with the TikTok fan base. It's so fucking lame and gay. Chael really was trolling you. I know, he fucking got me, the bastard. I noticed in the middle of the video, though. I'm glad I did that. But because if I would have just posted it and Chael got me real, it would fucking hurt. Thoughts on Eubanks versus Benn? Who you got? I see the fight. I think if you know the two of them, this is probably how it's going to go. Benn is going to tear it up for about 4 rounds. Eubanks going to survive, make him miss. You know? And then around the middle rounds, Eubank will start bringing it back. And then probably late rounds of the fight, 9, 10, 8. I think he'll finish Conor Benn. That's probably how the fight's going to go. Will Pyfer chin Gastelum? Yes, I think he could. You know what I actually think will happen? Take him down and sub him. Pyfer's got an underrated offensive grappling game. If you watch his Abdur-Razak Al-Hassan fight and some of his other fights that he's had, he's good offensively in the grappling. So, yeah, I could see him subbing Gastelum, to be honest with you, if he needs to. But he might go for a KO first. You never know. What is currently your favorite division regarding the title picture? Middleweight. Because we actually have a champ that takes on all comers. Let's face it. That's actually why. Middleweight. It's middleweight for sure. Yeah, based. I think it is. You know, even though they get, Adesanya shouldn't really have got a title shot, should he? But Drick's like, yeah, I want the Adesanya fight. This is the big fight. This is what everyone wants. We'll do it, you know? Strickland rematch, bullshit, but you just got through it. Got through it. Now Chimaev, he's right on to the next contender. Like, there's no games. There's no I need more money. There's no where's my super fight. There's no I deserve this. I deserve that. I'm not fighting. He's not active enough, but he fights once every 6 months. It's not that bad. Is Jack Hermansson retired now? I don't know. But he got removed from the rankings, so maybe he's looking to wait out his contract and get some GFL money. Dustin versus Prates doesn't make any sense. Shut up. No more input. That doesn't make any sense to do Dustin Poirier, Carlos Prates right now, dude. Come on. And I think Prates would finish him to the body as well. A little bit too big for him. Poirier's got that square torso, ripe for a knee up the middle. Dumbest thing I've ever heard, yeah. Maybe he was just speaking in hypotheticals, you know? Not as an official matchmaking, just like who would win. Would you sponsor Alpha Brain? Oh, yeah, then maybe that's a little different, yeah. I don't know, I'm trying to sort out this next sponsor for the fucking Prize Picks thing. This next one's going to be a good one, I think. So, yeah. What did I do for work before streaming? I used to be an assistant at a place that handled like advertisements for like a mall, like a shopping enterprise. So I used to change posters and hand out leaflets and change web banners for people on the digital side of things as well. I did that for £400 a month, you know. It was an apprenticeship. £400 a month. And I used to deliver furniture as well. Once I started doing the YouTube channel, I delivered furniture. That's what I used to do. Because it was more physical and I could listen to things in my ear while I worked and zone out a bit more, and it was a lot easier. That's shit. Yeah, 400 a month, 40 hours a week, 400 a month. I'm not kidding. Absolutely fucking bullshit. I don't know why I did it. I should have just gone straight into laboring, but it is what it is. What's my dream sponsor? I don't know what my dream sponsor would be. How? It's an apprenticeship. They don't have to. It's considered like education as well, because you get some like qualification at the end of it. So you don't have to pay you. So it's just bullshit. Makayev interview? Nah. He doesn't like me very much. I want him back in the UFC though. I hope he gets back in the UFC. MMA question. Do you think Edwards at 3 times 8 is good value? Yeah, he's not. I don't know what that means, but he is an underdog, and I think that's great value. He fought at 5 a.m. I mentioned it in my video. I've doubled up on underdogs in my prediction video, by the way. I've gone Edwards and Blachowicz. I just feel like those underdogs are crazy to me, especially because Brady's stepping in on short notice after a couple of weeks ago. I just feel like that's like crazy value. Maybe the bettors know something that we don't, but those are the underdogs you kind of have to pick, right? Edwards, full camp Edwards against short notice Brady. You know? I know he looked good against Burns, but that's really his only good performance that he's had. And then, you know, it's one of them. Is Blachowicz actually an underdog? Dude, Carlos Ulberg is a 3-1 favorite over Jan Blachowicz. And I found myself in the middle of trying to break down the fight. I was saying, okay, why do I think Ulberg wins? And all I ended up thinking was, Blachowicz is older, he's been out for a while, and he had a bunch of surgeries. I couldn't think of any other reason why Ulberg would win, other than his counter left hook as he fades away. But he didn't land it on Ozdemir, he couldn't land it on Dao and Jung, and for the first 2 rounds, they were very competitive fights. And it's a 3-rounder. I think Jan wins 29-28. And then the 3rd round will go to Ulberg, but Jan will win. Skills pay the bills, right? I'm done just going, he's older now, and he's been out for a while, you know? I don't think that's what I'm doing anymore. Ulberg kind of got fraud checked. He did. It was very close against Ozdemir. And he was chewing up his leg, landing on him quite a bit. So, yeah. Closer than people thought that fight was. First 2 rounds are very competitive. But then he pulls ahead, right? Because he's got conditioning, you know? Does that also apply to Volk and Lopes? I think it does. Yeah, I am going to probably go with Volk. I'm in entire agreement with your main and co-main pick, but Gunnar is so bad, bro, so bad. I thought that, but then I was watching back Alex Oliveira versus Kevin Holland and Ponzinibbio versus Kevin Holland. And I watched back Tim Means versus Kevin Holland in the first round where Means was doing his thing to Kevin Holland, for fuck's sake. And then Holland caught him in a dash choke in round 2. And I started to think, oh man, Gunnar's going to get to his spot against him, I think. And every time he shows up, he's there to win, right? He's not there for a paycheck. Gunnar's there to win and show off his fucking style. And also, if Gunnar wins this one, he's probably looking at a ranked opponent, so there's stuff on the line for him. $20 on Leon, Chris Duncan, and Nathaniel Wood. it's a lot of payout. I just don't think Wood or Duncan are going to win, especially not Duncan. But there are good odds on all of them, I agree. Wood versus Charrier should be more evens, but I'm going with Charrier. I just think Wood will be winning, but he always gets hurt. In hindsight, the Andre Fili and Daniel Pineda performances are just not good, and I think that Morgan Charrier would brutalize both of them at this point in their career, at least. So, I don't know. I just don't think Wood's going to get it done. I think he'll look better, but then he'll get caught, I think, and put away. And what was the other one? I just think Duncan's way too slow for Vucenic. Vucenic's literally twice the speed of him. I put them side to side when I was watching him fight. Vucenic's twice as fast. So, and Duncan ain't got much, like, finishing potential. He had a guillotine on Boki or Oluwaji Aoki. But, I don't know. Yeah. Don't pick Volk. He's getting KO'd, and I know that's what your gut is telling you. I don't know if that's what my gut's telling me, though. Ige didn't get KO'd. I know it was a shitty moment for Lopes, but Ortega didn't. I know he got caught a lot, and Ortega's very difficult to put away, but I don't know. I was watching back the Ortega fight, and there were a lot of moments outside of the huge moments for Lopes where Ortega was kind of doing his thing on the feet against him quite easily with his straight punches. Anyway. Thoughts on Ebonics? Best boxer, yeah. Man. He the best, man. Ige's impossible to finish. He is, to be fair. He's a difficult guy to finish, I understand. But, you know. So's Volk. So's Volk, man. Short notice step up against Makhachev at lightweight. And then, like, a really badly managed turnaround against Topuria, who's one of the hardest hitters in the history of the featherweight division. I don't know if he just can... I don't think Volk consistently gets finished 3 times in a row. I think he's too good for that, you know? That'd be very unlikely, you know? I could go Lopes, though. I don't know. I could go. But I'm leaning towards Volk, to be honest with you. Le Guru de MMA has got it up, but it's got no views in 13 minutes, so he's not really one of the big dogs, you know?